Welcome to the FANily!
Hey guys, this is McGann, the Fangirl, on the FANily channel, and I'm about to unbox the elusive Last of Us 2 Ellie statue. I finally found one after getting my order canceled over and over again on Amazon through a third-party seller, but the shipping on this baby was no joke. Maybe I was hoping I could just reuse it. I'm trying to get a good look at it before I give it to my son for Christmas, because once he gets it, it may never see the light of day again. But to get a good look at the box, I have not seen the statue with my own eyes yet, but Ellie looks incredible in the picture. This is definitely one of my favorite games, The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 2. Here's the other side of the box. There's a display window on the top. Here is Ellie in the front, and I am going to take her out of the box in just a minute. I just want to check out the bottom. So for anybody who wants it, here is the barcode for that statue if you want to make sure you're finding the exact same one. I'm going to try to help you out with a link to Amazon below, but I don't know what the overall stock for these are going to look like or how long they're going to be available. I'm glad my son takes things out of the box though, because this box came to us in very much less than mint condition. So not super happy about that considering I paid such a premium price. And even the sticker on the top is already unsealed, but since I wanted to sneak and do this unboxing video before he gets a hold of it, it kind of worked in my favor this time. But I do not tend to unbox my statues that have a window on the box, so as a collector myself, that's sort of an aggravation to have a box that has such visible damage right here in the front. And now, here is... Woo! She is free at last, free at last. And we do have carved into the base of the statue, The Last of Us Part 2. I'll do a little twirl up here so that you can check out the base, and then we'll get up close and not really worry about the circular front of the base. But here she is, and the details actually of her face are just phenomenal. I'm so used to seeing a bunch of mispaint on statues and getting really annoyed because they're not cheap statues, but really anything that would be off on Ellie's paint you could call dried blood, so it kind of works. Not that I see offhand any place where the paint is bad, but you know, when you're an apocalypse statue, you can get away with a little bit more. Even on her arm, can you see all these little flecks of blood, which is probably backsplatter from her arrows? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Let's start at the feet and then we'll work our way back up. We have some debris, which is obviously going to be part of any apocalyptic setting. And varying degrees of grass, moss, and mold, I'm sure. On the bottom of this statue, copyright 2020, Sony Interactive. Nothing really interesting on there, just a bunch of copyright stuff. Now to focus on the bottom half of Ellie. She's got so much amazing detail. Not only is this paint incredible, but she has got like the divots in her jeans, the wrinkles in her jeans. And her shoes are even appropriately dirty, although I would expect the whole shoe to be pretty brown and black after all the stuff she does. She's got a hole in her back pocket, and that is like carved into the statue mold. And yeah, this is very, very realistic. Even though Ellie herself is not a real person, this is incredibly detailed. You would think it was based on a real person. Let's see, this is actually a string in the bow, so be very careful with that. It does look like the end of the bowstring here looks like it turns into plastic, so I'm not sure exactly how that attaches, but be very careful with her. And of course she has the perfect tattoo replica with her little bracelet that has the, oh, what is that? I think they're called like Turkish eyes or something. My aunt married a man from Turkey, so I had lots and lots of those as gifts growing up. Her backpack is also incredibly detailed. It's got ruffles and scuffs and blood, and everything's on there a little bit crooked, just like it would be in the game or in this real life situation. The arrows are really flexible, so be careful with those too. Her clothes have rips and stains and tears. It's frayed here at the end, and it is frayed in plastic. That's not like a cloth design at all. And yeah, this is just pretty good. Now let's get up in her face. I have to turn it a little bit sideways to make it fit into the camera. But I think all that little tiny bits of paint, it's very on point. We have different colors of blood because of course it's going to be at different points of drying and washing off. But her hair is absolutely perfect, on point. Oh, I thought we had a paint issue here, but that's actually, she's got a little bit of sideburn and then a piece of her bang is going off and meeting the bottom of that sideburn. So even what I thought was a little paint flaw there is supposed to be skin. It's appropriate. Her ponytail, especially in her hair, is very well detailed and authentic, and it looks very lifelike. Let's get the top of her head just to say that we did it. But yeah, even though the price tag for this, I mean, it ended up being a good $20 above normal retail, just so that I could get my hands on one and get it shipped to me, which was no cheap task. For the price tag, it is definitely incredibly detailed, probably one of the better detailed statues I've ever seen. Now, for the con parts, I will say if you're putting it on a desk like this one, my eyesight is so far above the statue that it's really kind of hard to see her face and her expression, so I would have liked if they had angled her up just a little bit more, or maybe even had Ellie kneeling so that she, you know, has more of a reason to be arcing up because she's in the bushes hiding. And my only other critique is that there is absolutely no weight to the statue. This statue feels pretty hollow on the inside. There is, yeah, absolutely no weight to it at all. And that would make me worry to leave it out on display long term unless it was in maybe a curio cabinet or it stayed in the box. But again, as I showed you, the box is not in great condition itself, so there's a little bit to be desired on that front. But had it not been for all the shutdowns and everything in 2020 and I had gotten her at the normal price point, I'd say it would be a pretty fair price for this statue. Unfortunately for me, it was one of the only things that my teenage son wanted, so I decided to just accept the extra cost to get him the one thing he asked for. Anyways, guys, I will do one more little 360 turn here. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe because I check out all sorts of interesting collectibles. And we will see you next time, FANily members. Bye! Now I better be able to get you perfectly back in here so that he doesn't know I opened you.
If you had fun watching today's video, don't forget to subscribe so that you can see more, and let us know in the comments what other videos you might want to see in the future. Also, don't forget to check out our other channel, The Fangirl, where we talk about all kinds of movies, TV shows, and even books and comics. But viewer discretion is advised. See you next time, FANily members!